Hi guys, so how's everybody doing? I hope you guys still have your sanity, and I hope you guys are hanging in there, because I know things are getting a bit tougher. I've actually been out. I actually make it my duty to actually just go out once a week to replenish whatever we need in the household. And I actually went to Walmart this past Thursday. Gosh, no, yeah, Thursday. You see, I don't even know the days anymore. And you know, you guys, I couldn't even find butter on the shelf. I had to go to 3 different stores. And when I finally went to the 3rd store, they sold this small tub of butter. And it was limited to 1 per customer. It's like, really? You know, well, it was my fault. You know, I should have grabbed 2 of the bigger tubs the last time I went. But unfortunately, who knew, you know? But anyway, as you can see, I don't even know the days of the week anymore. I know I was supposed to have uploaded this yesterday, being Friday, but I was under the impression it was maybe Thursday or Wednesday. And it's just like, I need to get it together. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Hope you're hanging in there. And I know this is a tough time, you guys, but you know what? We gotta hold on and keep the faith, you know. Just hope for the best. That's all we can do right now, is just hope and just stay indoors. It really makes my blood boil when I go on Twitter and I see these fools doing such foolish things in the grocery store. You know, it's like, that's like taking food out of somebody's mouth, because you're literally wasting stuff now. And I don't have no sympathy on them. I think they should be locked up and whatever. It's just ridiculous. So you guys, first of all, I want to thank all those new subscribers for subscribing. My name is Renelle. I'm a mother of 5, left with 4 in the house. My daughter actually graduated. Tell me something, you guys, before we go any further. What are you doing for your seniors that are graduating this year to uplift their spirits? Because my daughter is absolutely so down. And I mean, I'm trying my best to convince her that, you know what, at the end of the day, they definitely will have a graduation. May not be right now, you know, but at the end of the day, they will have a graduation for them. So for the most part, what I did do is I went online. I bought a banner that we can put on our fence on the side of the house, and also those signs, you know, a graduate of 2020 that you stick in the garden, you know, just to uplift their spirits. So let me know down below, guys, what you're doing for your seniors, just to keep them motivated and, you know, upbeat. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. I truly and humbly appreciate your support, especially in this time. I know there's no way to overlook all what is going on. This is basically our new norm, you know. This could go on for a month. It could go on for 12, 18 months. We don't know right now. But for the most part, all we can do is stick to the guidelines, to what's asked of us. Stay indoors, social distancing, proper hygiene, washing of hands, all that good stuff. And you know what? We're going to get through this. I am hopeful, and I know that we will get through this. I can't even begin to imagine, you know, what people out there are going through, because statistically, like 78% of Americans work paycheck to paycheck. That is a high figure. And right now, it'll be taking a toll on a lot of people, because they don't know what's next, you know, where the next paycheck is coming from, or how the bills are getting paid. For the most part, I would like to advise you guys, whichever state you live in, look or check up with your rental people, your mortgage, your lenders, to see what they are offering, because this is not a time to be worried about how am I going to pay the rent, how am I going to pay my car note. It's like, these are tough times which nobody expected to happen. This was not, you did not bring it upon yourself. This is literally totally unexpected. So even those people that are living with anxiety, living with depression, I myself, I suffer with anxiety, and it's been a roller coaster. But for the most part, for me, I feel truly blessed because I have what keeps me grounded and what keeps me going is my family, you know. And at the end of the day, I always say, we cannot fear the unknown. We cannot fear the unknown. So before we get into anything else, please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload. And you guys, you are not in this alone. We are all in this together, and we're going to get through this together. And the other day, I felt so bad because of the mere fact that I went online, and Sephora I always get these notifications, and I went online and I bought the Kali Bible palette off of Sephora, and it was literally like, I think, half price, and I bought it because I was, you know, I'll explain later on. And then the next day, I think it was 2 days later, it was going all over the internet how Sephora had laid off all their seasonal and part-time workers. You guys, I felt so bad, but at the end of the day, that was out of my control. I did it before all this happened, and it's something I could not. What's the sense of me even sending it back now? It makes no sense. So they had actually let go of 3,754 part-time and seasonal employees because they said that they couldn't afford to pay them, which to me is like, that is weird. For number one, they were offered a severance pay of 1 week, and they were also given support resources of like companies that were hiring right now. But that's not the point, you guys. My thing is that this Sephora is owned by LVMH, which is Louis Vuitton, Moet, and Hennessy. It's a conglomerate company. They were actually given like probably 8 or 10 minutes to get on a conference call, and their store director, which was actually on the conference call, and I quote, our store director began to read from a script that all part-time employees are going to be laid off because Sephora cannot, and I quote, cannot afford to continue to pay you through the pandemic, she said. This is a billion-dollar company. Example, in 2019, okay, they brought in $4 billion revenue. Sephora is owned by a conglomerate, which means it's a multi-industry company, which is different industries actually compiled into or under one corporation. For example, Sephora is owned by LVMH, which is Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy, and that is owned by Bernard Arnault. He is the third richest man in the world. As of January 1st, 2020, he is worth $97.7 billion. He's the third richest man in the world. Now you tell me, before we go any further, let me read this to you. In the fourth financial quarter of 2019, LVMH announced that they have achieved record sales, bringing in a total revenue of $59 billion US. In 2019, Sephora estimated revenue was over $10 billion. Keep those figures in mind, because if you, say for example, okay, we'll take a part-time worker. The part-time worker works max 16 hours a week, okay? And their wage is $12.53. If we take that $12.53 for one worker for 16 hours for the week, it's equivalent to $200.84, okay? So if you take that $200 and multiply it by the 3,754 workers that were released, that were sent off, those 3,754 54 workers that they said they cannot afford to pay anymore during this pandemic. If you take all those people and just pay them for their 16 hours for that week, or let's say for that month, it's going to cost this company $3 million. Okay. They're getting a grant from the government to keep these people working, but they chose to release them so they can go get unemployment. So who's worried about the little man here? You know what I'm saying? This man has, okay, he has Louis Vuitton. That all those companies are not going to suffer, because when all this is said and done, the rich people are still going to have their money. You know, they're still going to go out and splurge on their Louis Vuitton and their Gucci and this and that. What about the little man? Where do they go? He's not worried about all those people that were selling all their stuff. They were just given this phone call, which left these employees crying. So you can't take $3 million, which is like basically grocery money for them, and you can't keep these workers just for them to have a paycheck. How long are those people going to wait for unemployment? As I said, 78% of people work paycheck to paycheck or live paycheck to paycheck. What do they do now? Or is anybody, honestly speaking, going to boycott? I don't think so. The last time something of a smaller magnitude had happened with Nikki Tutorials, and I think it was Too Faced, if I'm not mistaken. How long did that last? It didn't last long. So I'm just trying to make sense of this, okay? This is a billion-dollar company. You can't have a heart to keep those over 3,000 workers employed for the next just month, until maybe you give them a month to figure themselves out, you know. And over a conference call, you basically let them know, I'm sorry, we're done. You got to go. We're done. We'll give you a severance pay for a week, and we'll put you on leave where you can go get another job. Really? I don't know, you guys. You guys let me know how you feel about this. Are you going to still be supporting Sephora, or is it left up to the individual companies like maybe Anastasia Beverly Hills, Huda Beauty, like those are just small ones that I can think of off the back. Will they keep selling their product in Sephora? To think that Sephora could do something like this. So at the end of the day, they with one hand, opening one hand, receiving these grants, and then the other hand, they slapping the people in the face, their employees in the face. I don't know, it's just a thought. I mean, at the end of the day, I do feel bad for those, but at the end of the day, what we can do, if you know of anybody that actually was one of these affected by this job loss, offer some support, find out how you can help them. You know, that's the best we can do right now. I don't know, guys, you know, it's sad. It's sad. And especially to think, okay, let me put this out there. Tati Westbrook, just people that I know off the back of my head. Tati Westbrook, Marlene Stell, Makeup Geek, Jeffree Star from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. He still has all his employees that he's kept and is still paying. They all are. But apparently, the last time I heard, how much can you or are you able to actually be able to afford to keep these workers if you're not generating any sales? You know what I'm saying? If you can't make the stuff. But at the end of the day, you know what? my hat goes off to those people, whoever is still paying their staff. Kudos to you. You know, you deserve much, much more. But all I can say, these bigger companies should literally be ashamed of themselves, because it's like kicking a dog when it's down. That is shameful. So guys, let me know. Tell me what you guys think about that down in the description, in the comment section. And it's just so hurtful. It honestly and truly is so hurtful. Let's move on to Jeffree Star. So, I tell you, it's like, I don't know if maybe some people just don't have anything to do with their time, or they're just bored, or what the hell it is. So the other day, everybody was going, posting about how Jeffree Star clipped Beckett Mason this weekend. How could he do that? He's a child. And I went and I looked online and I saw the whole thread, and I'm like, am I missing something here? Where is the beef? Because what I observed was basically all Jeffree did was commented on a post that he saw about himself. And he basically did the right thing, because this is a 10-year-old child dealing in big people's business. And then you are on Insta, whatever live you were on, with a 19-year-old. And everybody finds that quite okay. This 10-year-old is doing a live with a 19-year-old. Quite okay, that's fine. And then you get the trolls that want to come and be patting Mason on the back for what he said. Just because you all are Jeffree Star haters, okay? So you're basically giving him a pat on his back. What kind of people are you all? That was a no-no from the beginning. And nobody's going to go off and blame anybody's parenting, because apparently Courtney didn't know anything about this. This child is just doing his own thing. And then now everybody wants to come and bash Jeffree for clapping back at a 10-year-old. No, folks, there is an issue with all y'all that commented and applauding this 10-year-old boy. You'll have an issue, because there was no beef in the beginning. Jeffree did the right thing. He needed to be put in his place, because he wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He was born with a golden spoon in his mouth. And at 10 years old, what the heck are you doing on a live with a 19-year-old? I don't care who you are. I don't know. This is just like, all I'm saying is that whatever happened to respecting your elders? Why? So it's not from what he knows, it's but what he's saying from what he heard. He doesn't know Jeffree Star, as he stated, but he knows James Charles. But we're going to get into James Charles in a second. So you heard all this about Jeffree Star, so you took it upon yourself as a 10-year-old to make that statement about a grown man. And you're only 10 years old? Because I know for a fact this has been a thing for generations. Respect your elders. And I'm going to leave it as that. Okay, James Charles. I'm not a huge fan. I definitely am not a huge fan, because in my opinion, that's what you called spoiled. End of story, period, point blank. I know a whole lot of you, all the James Charles stands can come after me. I'm good, I'm fine, but you know what? That's me. I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm entitled to whoever I want to follow, whoever I want to support. But I'm going to put my foot in my mouth later when I'm talking about support. So, I saw his ad for his new show, and there is not one person of color there. Not one. I digress from that. I honestly and truly do, because I got nothing further to say about that. And then, you guys, I want to talk about, I know this video is going to be long, forgive me, but I have to get all this off my chest, because this is a time we should all be coming together. Why are people sitting in their homes behind a computer screen or behind their phone and judging how people are making their money, supporting their families, supporting themselves? Why? And I'm talking about OnlyFans. I know Pity Page did put out a whole series about the ins and outs about OnlyFans. Honestly speaking, that don't interest me. I'm good. I don't need to see anybody else's bits and pieces and stuff like that. I'm good. But I am not going to come down on anybody's hustle. I am not going to do that. These people are not sitting in line waiting or with their hand held out. They're taking care of business. They're paying their bills. They're doing what they need to do. So who is the next person to judge that? And the saddest thing, God forgive me, the saddest thing is that you'll get these trolls that want to come online or even join your OnlyFans. It's like, how pathetic is this? Want to join the OnlyFans, take screenshots and share it with the world. Really, people? Are you all that miserable within yourselves to actually go after somebody you dislike, somebody that's trying to provide for themselves or provide for their families? You'll actually stoop to that level. Forget about how you're degrading that person for having an OnlyFans and judging that person for whatever they have. I think a lot of people need to look in the mirror and reflect. A lot of people. Because this is absolutely shameful. Shameful. And then, another thing yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before yesterday? I can't even remember my days, forgive me. People want to sit and pull receipts of things that happened. What are we in now? What are we in? March. Things that happened maybe 3 months ago. No, close to 3.5, 4 months ago. Want to pull receipts on somebody that went through a devastating time. Just because you don't like that person. That's all it boils down to. You just don't like this person. Just because you don't like that person. That's all it boils down to. You just don't like this person. Let me just say this. I'm even stuttering. Let me just say this. For number one, I want y'all to all take your head out of your ass and reflect and look at yourself on how miserable you all are to be scouring the internet every day, to be watching these people and just be pissed because they are thriving in life. But you'll go and you'll dig up old stuff. I'm talking about, at this point, it's old, because look at the devastation we're going through now. Who cares what happened 3.5 months ago? Thank God Nick Snyder's okay. Thank you, Lord. What about those people that are losing their life? And you want to sit and pull receipts? And all those that are retweeting and sharing, and what the hell is wrong with you people? Let me give you a bit of advice, okay? And this is the best thing I can say right now. Listen to me very carefully. I'm sure you got paper in your house and you got sellotape tape. Take that paper and write on that paper I'm sure you'll have an essential, if you live in an apartment complex, or even if you live in a subdivision or house, whatever you want to call it. Take a piece of paper. Write on the piece of paper, thank you to all the healthcare workers, the essential workers, the UPS driver, the truck driver that brings the food to the grocery store, the postal worker, you name it. Just write that on a piece of paper and put it on your front door. People will appreciate you for doing that. Instead of sitting on your backside and accumulating receipts of something that's totally irrelevant, for something that's not even bringing that person down, but building them up. And what you're doing to yourself, you're making yourself more miserable. You deserve that misery. Because what are you contributing to what we're going through today? Nothing. All you're contributing to is misery. And what's happening? It's backfiring in your face. So, another thing I can suggest to you, instead of sitting behind whatever you're sitting behind and gathering these receipts, go and find out where people can maybe find gloves in your area, or where they could go get tested in their area. You know how helpful that would be? I think that would be awesome. Absolutely awesome. But for now, take your head out your ass. All of you that's doing this, they got nothing but negative to say online or do online. Help out where you can. Even if you go on your hands and knees and pray for those health workers, it'll make a difference. Because at the end of the day, nobody else can help you if you're that miserable. Oh, and by the way, if like I said, if you've got nothing else to do, I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway. Feel free, enter. Maybe you can sit at home and do some makeup and, you know, like freshen up on your skills or become better at it, whatever you want to do, instead of sitting behind that computer and collecting false receipts. I'm done. Okay, so you guys, let's get into the good stuff. You know, I actually went online and whenever I saw sales, I went ahead and I bought. For the mere fact was that this is what helps, or this is what my girls and I do. You know, when there's nothing else to do, we finish do schoolwork or hang out in the yard, in the backyard, playing with the dog. And later on in the evening, we'll all just come in here and we'll play around with makeup. So as I said, I did go online and I did quite a bit of shopping. I actually put everything in one box. So as I said, and please forgive me, this is actually the Carly Bible that I bought from Sephora before they let their people go. And you know what? I'm sure somebody would appreciate this, you know, irrelevant of what's going on right now with those people that were laid off. I am truly sure somebody would appreciate this. I actually bought this one from Ulta. And as I said, Ulta had it for $31 and Sephora had it for $22. So that's the reason why I bought it. So that's the one I actually bought for my daughter. And then I actually also bought this. Oh gosh, they taped it together. This is the Frida, the eyeshadow palette, the switching pan, and the keepsake box. This is only the palette and the switching. And then they just sent me, I don't know who even sent this to me. It's an Anastasia Beverly Hills sample of foundation. Okay, then we move on to MORPHE. So I did get the 18B palette, the 15S palette, the 18A palette. I got the James Charles palette and the 39L Lights palette. And I also did get the which that has not come yet, I'm still waiting on that, the Jeffree star. I think I got my daughter's one here. Yeah, I bought 2 of these also do a giveaway, the Jeffree star MORPHE X palette. I actually bought 2 of those and some setting spray. So you guys, I thought, you know what, if you're at home and you've got nothing else to do, you're bored as hell, please feel free to enter one of these giveaways. I've actually got, I thought I had more. Oh well, as time goes by. So I don't know how I'm going to do this giveaway. We'll just have to see. I'm not going to sort anything. I just want to show you what it's all about. So that's the, which one is this? The 15S. That's the 15S palette. Then we have the 18B. And there's the 18A. That's the 18A. And then I think I had the 39L, so I'll just open my one. I still got it in there. See, I'm not lying. I've got 2 of them. See, there's the box. So you don't think I'm causing a whole lot of switcheroos here. There we go. That's the 39L. Then we have the James Charles. And we have the Carly Bible. You know what, I'm not even going to open this. So you guys, I'm actually going to try do a giveaway a day. So if you feel like maybe you want one of these palettes, or your little girl or little boy needs a distraction, and you need something to distract them, they can do makeup, whatever. But I am also going to put like, I've got some odds, not odds and ends, but things that I've gotten from BoxyCharm, you know, that I've never ever used, I don't have intentions of using, if you guys would like that. But I also do have like these little sets that I'll include in the giveaway, and I actually have 2 of them. But I actually do have little odds and ends that I'll include with whatever I'm like giving away that day. So we'll just take it day by day. So for today, what is today? Today's Saturday. Damn. So for the most part, okay, I'll be doing a giveaway for the, what I actually want to do is, remember I said to you guys, I'm putting my foot in my mouth. The reason I said that was I bought a James Charles palette, and the only reason I did buy it was, for number 1, it was on sale for 20 bucks. And number 2, I knew that somebody would appreciate it, you know. So we are going through dark times, and not everybody can just go out and buy unnecessary stuff like this right now. So it was just a thought. It makes me happy to make somebody else happy. I hope this will make you guys happy, you know. I mean, it's not much. I know it's not much, but if you want to, please feel free into the giveaway. The only things that you have to do is be subscribed and leave a comment down below. That's all. Or even if you want to win one of these, and maybe you know of what do you call it, a healthcare worker that you just want to bless and say thank you for everything that you're doing, feel free. Or even if you are a health worker out there, and you know you're going through it right now, which we all understand, you're all going through it right now, send me a DM, you know, let me know through Instagram, contact me through Instagram. I would love to hear from you guys, and I can't thank you guys enough for all that you're doing. I'm talking about all those essential workers, those hospitals, the doctors, the nurses, the radiologists, everybody that works in that hospital. Thank you guys so much for all that you do. You guys, this video is going to be way too long. I gotta go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. share this video, do whatever you need to do, and please, you guys, if you really need to go out there, all well and good. If not, please stay home. Practice good hygiene, keep washing your hands, and please stay safe. Guys, if you have teenagers, like driving teenagers at home, and they feel, oh, you know what, I'm just coming now, I'm just going, yeah, no, keep your ass at home. Make them keep themselves at home. They're gonna hate you for a little while, but you know what, they will thank you in the end. So we still have control of that if they're living under your roof. So you guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe out there, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget, please be kind to one another. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye now.